Happy Sunday, gents. Okay, we're back at it. Puppies at doggy daycare. Wife's out shopping. Only time that's good is to do this kind of thing, obviously. But sometimes she brings me back a present or two. So maybe we'll get lucky. Either way, our pasta strainer lower hull is done. Again, don't forget to silicone up all those little holes down there. Or your fancy new electronics will be swimming in mucky whatever you're driving through. Transmission time. Okay, let's actually trying to be a little careful. We got transmission. I mean, it. Plates, gears, things, screws, grease, thread lock, who knows, all the normal stuff. Did a preview of all the B parts. There we go, and there we are. So we're gonna. Hey, there's my little wrench again. So we're gonna get this guy assembled up. And you'll see what it looks like in, well, basically 2 seconds, I guess. Later. Hey, it was just pulling out my little 380s here, and they're so cute and tiny. I love it. Oh, you're adorable little, oh, you cute little thing. But they do have a, like I said in the previous video, miniature Dean's connector. The wires are much nicer than they used to be. They're super flexible, silicone jacketed, not the stiff stuff we're used to. Thought it was nice. Figured I'd share. Okay, transmission, back to it. I'm sorry, getting sidetracked. Hey guys, so apparently in my ripe old age of 40 here, I'm starting to suffer from some reading comprehension and apparently picture comprehension skills. They seem to be declining a little early. So let me just wipe this Tamiya shmoo off my hands. So, just a heads up, okay, this transmission, look, very, very cool, super cool. I mean, a lot of fun building it. For me, fun, interesting, but also frustrating, and, oh boy, humbling. Oh, humbled. I'm not going to be cavalier anymore with putting things together here. This, hey look, anybody with enough, good experience, I wouldn't take this on as your first adventure into RC tanks. But yeah, some of the pictures on the instructions, which are usually excellent, perfect representations, on step 13, if you use the wrong gear, they just spin. You got to use this gear, okay, and there you go, they hook up perfectly fine. Because my transmission, when I finally got it put together, it was freewheeling after already using one wrong gear, because this looks like the photo in the instructions, but that's a 32 tooth and this is stamped 34 tooth. But that aside, the picture here has no lip on the inside of this gear, and it's smooth. The closest thing with the 32 teeth is this guy, but that's the wrong gear. You got to use this little fella with not only a lip but like an extra little line in it. Yeah, so just take your time. Calm. I'm under all this pressure. Get the videos up. The guys want to see the videos. The forums demand it. But yeah, oh boy, I felt like a smart guy when I sat down in this chair today, but not anymore. So yeah, don't ask me for advice. I'm just gonna show you all my mistakes. I put thread lock in all these little standoff tubes, by the way. There's plastic gears in here, so if they ever explode, it's gonna be a little bit of a headache getting them apart. But I don't know, my little voice in my head, the little thread lock devil sitting on my shoulders, like thread lock, it'll come apart. So I did it. All right, back in a sec. So the eye doctor said to me one day, "Sir, you have 20/20 vision, but only in hindsight." Look, once you get this first plate done and you have the motor bolted to it, just gently clamp it into a vise. Most of my things in this first transmission, I mean, things were just, I was dry. I had a lot of caffeine this morning, that sweet tea down south, ooh, it tastes good going down, but then it gives you the jibbity-jibbities. Yeah, I was shaking like a meth addict over here, putting this first one together. So, yeah, definitely the vise. This is going to make life a lot easier. If you don't have a vise, well, shame on you. You should have a vice. You know, you're a person that has hobbies, and I don't know why you wouldn't have a vice. Go to Harbor Freight. That's where I got this one, dirt cheap. This is probably gonna. Oh, this is gonna go so much faster. All right, later. All right, guys. We're done building the transmisiones. This is not for the faint of heart, or apparently me for that matter. I just use the vice. Definitely that. Yeah, again, you know, it's like if I built more of these, you get better at it. But I'm not working in a factory churning out RC tank transmissions all day for a living, so I did the best I could do. Time to get them bolted in to the lower hull, and that looks like it should be, oh yeah, simple task if I was the aforementioned Edward Tweezerhands. Alright, tracks, and I'm not going to put, I'm not putting the tracks on, because I'm going to paint this thing with tracks off. I'll put a track on and show you, but then I'm taking them right back off after that. So, it's early in the day on a Sunday. I think the wife wants me to do something later when she gets home, like cook dinner or who knows what. So we're just drinking our electrolyte fruit punch. We're just recovering from yesterday, I guess. Family comes over. Yeah. Okay. These are going in the tank. I'll be back. Well, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. 3 screws with little spacer standoffs on each side, and hey, they're in. So clearly, I mean, this since they're 2 separate transmissions, I'm an idiot before for saying, you know, the drive motor versus the turn motor. No, they're both just independently controlled transmissions. Unlike, you know, the modern stuff now, where one of the motors is the forward drive propulsion motor, and the other one is the turn in place motor. So if you want speed tunes, get 2. And after putting these transmissions together, well, the first one I put together like 3 times. The second one, with the vise, so much easier. Definitely mounted in a vise. The last thing I want to do is pull these suckers out, rip them back apart, just to swap out for speed tune motors. So do it ahead of time if you're thinking about it, or torque tune, or whatever it is. There's some guys on the forums that are very smart that do very thorough testing on the RPMs and voltages and everything, and their information is much appreciated by all, I'm sure. So, yeah, if you're going to put them in when you're building it. Let me go follow these other little steps here on page 15. I will put the tracks on. I'm not going to glue the caps on to the sprocket wheels because I'm going to then unbolt them again later on to ease painting, obviously. And, yeah, okay, alright, yeah, let's get this stuff put together, and I'll be back. Alright, guys, so, you remember my previous comments about a fairly stiff suspension on this fella. We have, oh, yes, look at that. We got a track on, and they, like I said, they are beautiful. Man, I mean, I'm not going to take them in bed and snuggle with them like a wubby, but damn, they're cute. They're cool. I like them. The sprocket, getting the sprockets on there, oh boy, that's a little bit of a pain in the butt. So the aforementioned stiff suspension requires you to obviously squeeze all these guys down to get just enough length to get it over there. And then you got this little cap that goes over the output shaft. I would go ahead and just put a dab of CA glue on that and glue that feller down. I'm going to just do that right now. Because that wants to flop around, and it has an indexing pin. So if it flops around and you're wrestling with this thing, you know, she's gonna give you some trouble. Where is that little indexing? Speaking of indexing pins, there we go. All right, so she's down, and then we got the inner gear, the inner part of the sprocket. This goes inside. This faces outside. Okay, they'll have the little indexing, and then the one with the little hole, that's obviously the outer part, and the sprocket is 4-2 sandwiched between. There is a beast and a beauty side to this thing, so make sure you get the right side facing out. But yeah, it's kind of a royal pain in the butt. I mean, just getting, you gotta throw the centerpiece in because it's double keyed here, and then it's this little bit of paradise here, getting those all lined up, and then trying to get it. See, you got to squeeze and then throw it upside down and kind of bear down on all the wheels with your arm or what other appendage. If someone's got a better way to do this, I mean, tell us now in the comments so anyone watching this isn't doing what I'm doing. Oh, I think she's just about there. Okay, we got it kind of on there, but then we still gotta spin her around until we got that center sprocket lined up with the drive shaft, and then Bob's your uncle. I've always wanted to say that and have it actually be useful. I don't know. And then this little guy isn't too much trouble to get on. Oh, I'm sweating over here, guys. This is I mean, hey, I love building these things, don't get me wrong, but yeah, that's a wee bit tricky. Not looking forward to taking these off for my future painting procedures, but for right now, just for continuity, and you know, so it's a tank until I'm done with the build. We also got a couple of these little plates here. I think that's what the DMD mounts to, and then we got our little mud flaps in there. Yeah, I mean, they're supposed to get rubber black on them. I'll figure it out. I'll get those painted properly somehow. Alright. I was like knocking plastic bits off of here, wrestling with those treads. But now that she's, there we go. Oh, man. Oh, Houston, do we have a problem? Let me, put this aside for now. Oh, no, we're good. Just new transmissions. These guys are definitely going to have to break in, stretch out. I don't know. She's snug as a bug, though. I mean, we do have a front tensioner. We could drop some tension, because these things are tenser than me on a blind date back in the day. They're stiff ones. Oh boy, there we go again. So yeah, there we are. Let's see what we got going on here. What kind of excitement do we have? We still have some time here on Sunday. The speaker box. Bolt the speaker box in. Tape the DMD down. Start with some wiring and this and that and the other. And then, Jesus, are you sure? Oh boy, that's cramming 10 pounds of crap into a 5-pound bag right there. That's pretty tight. But all right, I'm gonna keep cracking away at this thing. Get as much done as I can. All right, guys, time to crack a beer. You get a special treat. I'm going through the test your radio procedure, and you get to hear what she sounds like now. This DMD is really awesome. It's got basically up-down arrows and a select button. Well, up-down buttons and a select button. Very simple to navigate through the menus on here. Very simple to adjust things. I manually adjusted the volume for what I hope is going to be an acceptable sound level here. She's a lively little bugger. I'll tell you that right now. Well, here's a startup sound. I will shut up now. Yeah, she's very jumpy. Oh, no. Okay, alright, hold on, calm down now. No drinking and driving, people. Yeah, main gun. Woo, she's got a big baby on the Girl's got a big stick. Standard 50 cal. I'm tired of yelling over this thing. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's not as, I mean, everyone knows, you know, that Abrams, when that thing starts up, that turbine starts spooling up, and then when she's spooling down, it's like the Millennium Falcon breaking down for the 5th time kind of enjoyment noise. But yeah, a lot of wires, a lot of stuff going on in here. I'm going to work on tucking all this in, but at this point, it's basically, I'm going to start building the upper hull on this thing. So I think I'm out of time to invest today to start the upper hull. Plus, I really have PTTD, post-traumatic transmission disorder, from putting those things together, or learning the right way to put them together for everybody else. I love to share knowledge with people. It gives me a lot of satisfaction in life to help teach people and have them have an easier time doing things. And I take the hard knocks. Perfectly fine with me. You know, happy to help. Like and subscribe. Eh, what else supposed to say it? So yeah, this has been kind of, it's been an experience, guys. But oh, good news, plastics. Other than like the speaker box and maybe the turret rotation gearbox, I haven't touched a single piece of plastic on this thing that is not polystyrene. So it's just polystyrene everywhere, for good or for bad. Because you remember those little return rollers in the front. There's no idlers on this thing at all. It's pretty cool. The return rollers are also polystyrene, which isn't all that durable of a plastic. So, again, just questioning. I don't know. Maybe they'll be fine. Who cares? Well, I do. You do. We all care. But yeah, all polystyrene. Everything. So, I will see you guys in the next part. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take it easy, guys. Have one for me. I need a few after this.